So we are here to share our key budget expectations from the Feb 1st budget, which will be a vote on account budget, because we are just ahead of the Lok Sabha elections, which will probably take place between April 2024 and May 2024. Given that it is a vote on account budget, we do not expect too many tax policy changes. In terms of the fiscal deficit for FY24, which is this current fiscal year, we are expecting a fiscal deficit of 6.1% of GDP, which is slightly higher than the budgeted 5.9%. This slippage that we are anticipating is mainly on account of higher expenditure that we see mainly on rural and agricultural schemes. The government has actually already announced 58,000 crore of additional spending, of which majority of which is towards the revenue expenditure. So we think this can go up a little more. Mainly, we expect higher allocation under the MGNREGA scheme, which is the employment guarantee scheme. Secondly, we think given that there are some signs of rural distress and a delayed rural recovery, we think the allocation for the PM Kisan scheme, which is around 6,000 rupees per farmer, can probably go up to around 8,000 rupees per farmer, so which will actually increase the allocation even under the agricultural ministry for FY24. So that's why we are expecting this marginal slippage. Overall, we expect that the thrust on capex, which has been the case for the last 3 to 4 years, mainly since the NDA government, the current BJP government came to power, that is likely to sustain. However, we expect the capex growth to moderate to around 15% from in FY25 from around 35% in FY24. And this moderation in capex spending will mainly be to ensure fiscal consolidation. So the government has set a target of reaching around a fiscal deficit of 4.5% of GDP by FY26. So we are expecting, in view of that the fiscal deficit for FY25 will come in at about 5.5% of GDP. Given the continued thrust on capex, we think infrastructure-related sectors like cables, wires, cement will continue to benefit from the government's strong capex push. There possibly could be some additional allocation and schemes for the affordable housing sector as well. If you look at it over the last 2 to 3 years post-COVID, the real estate sector has done well, but mainly driven by the luxury real estate sector, whereas the affordable housing sector remains under pressure. That is why we expect possibly higher allocation for the affordable housing schemes. Apart from that, we think clean technology, green technology, and decarbonization has been the theme for the last couple of years, and we think that focus on that will sustain. Decarbonization related capex plays, we think, will benefit from that. The FAME subsidies could be extended, probably rationalized to some extent, but we think will continue to help support EV adoption. We think some schemes which are oriented towards women and extending health insurance also could remain in focus. Possibly the coverage under the Ayushman Bharat scheme could be extended from the current 5 lakhs, possibly up to 10 lakhs per person to cover critical illnesses, including cancer and other major diseases. So those are broadly the key expectations from the budget of which will be announced on Feb 1st.